Good evening. All right, I got 25 minutes before my next appointment, and I just wanted to come on and give you all a little reminder because some of you all seem to think, I don't know what y'all be thinking. You seem to think that dating should be effortless, that relationships should be effortless, that raising kids should be effortless. Like, I don't get it. Nothing is effortless. Nothing is effortless, right? Now, here's what I will say about dating and about relationships and getting married and having children and all of the things is that, if you're that tired, if you're that fatigued, if you don't have it in you to date or be in a relationship or have children, don't do it. Don't do it. That's it. That's the whole message. Actually, hey, that didn't take 20 minutes after all. Don't do it. Because remember, these things that you all are choosing, it's voluntary. There's no law that says you have to date. There's no law that says you have to get married. There's no law that says you have to have children. That's a thing now. Right? And plenty of people are doing it. Plenty of people are, we talked about 4B the other day, where women are saying, I'm not dating, I'm not having sex, I'm not getting married, and I'm not having children. Right? And so, okay, that will make for, a lot easier life, but nothing is effortless. Your work, maintaining your home, so let me tell you where this conversation is coming from. Let me just fill you in, okay? So I have younger clients, not a lot of them, but some clients in their 20s and, Gen Zers, right? Because my kids are in Gen Z right now. And, sometimes I'm just mesmerized. I'm just like, what is happening? That's what I'm thinking when they're talking, right? They're talking and I'm just like, why? Why is this happening? But they really believe, there's a whole thing right now where Gen Z, they call it the soft life. They call it the soft era. They want this life that is effortless. They don't want to work hard. They don't want to work a lot of hours. They truly want this effortless life. And, there was an article that I read because, like I said, I have these younger clients. And so I'm listening to them and they're just like, yeah, boomers and Gen X, you all want to break your back and you want to work hard and do this and that and, have all this stuff and work to maintain it. And, we're just not like that. We just want to have the soft life and we just want to, we just want to chill. We don't want to get drawn into that. We don't want to, work so hard for what? That's another thing they keep saying, that the hard work doesn't get them anything in return. And so why would I want to do that? I want to live a soft life. And, I don't want to do what the boomers did or the Gen X or whatever. I want a soft life. And again, my response is the same every time. Nothing is effortless. Everything, as soon as you open your eyes, you realize that, right? As soon as you open your eyes, something is required. As soon as you get up in the bed, as soon as you put your feet on the floor, all of that requires effort. Maintaining your body takes effort. Maintaining your hygiene takes effort. Okay? Brushing my teeth, washing my face, doing something with my hair, putting on a little makeup, putting lotion on. Everything requires effort. So I'm lost. This whole soft life, this soft era, and it's men and women. Men and women alike want to do this. They don't want to get up and go to a job in the morning and work a good, hard, solid day's work. They're like, nope, I don't want to do that. They want to live the soft life. This one young lady, there was an article about her, I guess it was in The Guardian, where it talked about how she had gone to school and then she went to law school and then she became an attorney, and that life was so hard, and it was all this work, and she decided to quit that job, and she decided to move back home with her parents, and she decided to get a job doing something like 25 hours a week, and it wasn't as taxing as being an attorney, and blah blah blah. And I was thinking, okay, yeah, like, we don't have that option. And the parents, I guess, gave her that option. Like, no, at some time or another, you're not going to have that option to do that. Yeah, she says a man, woman that doesn't work doesn't eat. Yeah, I mean, the Bible is very clear about that. That's a part of our existence, is that there is work to do. And one of the things that I always share with my clients is giving and giving back, and doing, and just giving and adding value. That is the rent that all of us must pay to be here on earth. Like, that is your purpose. How are you going to add value? And this idea that you're not going to do that, that's a sad thing to me. And so Gen Zers are now, like, they're pushing this idea that, yeah, that's too much. That's too much pressure on me. That's too much on me. It's too much on you to be something? Like, what? I'm trying to understand it. Please make it make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. But that is what is required from the moment you open your eyes, and until the day, if you're lucky enough to live 100 years and you close your eyes, like from the day you're born to the day you die, effort is required. Work is required. You work as a child in school. You learn, you grow. Like, I'm trying to understand where Gen Zers are coming from. Now, do I think they should be breaking their back at a job they hate? No. I think people need to they need to utilize their natural gifts and talents. I feel very blessed. I've had 2 jobs. I've had 2 careers in my life, and I was destined for both of them. I love what I do. And so I'd love to see more people do that. But even in having those 2 careers, it takes a lot of effort. There is a lot of effort that goes into doing what I do. So I don't understand it. She says, my thing is, whatever generation anyone is in, how will one live if you do not obtain funding? Yeah, I don't get it. I'm just sharing this with y'all because this is what my younger clients are telling me. That, adulting is hard. They say that a lot. Adulting is hard. I'm like, okay. However, what I love about being an adult is it's very powerful. So maybe it's me, y'all. Maybe I'm just drunk on the power. Maybe that's what's keeping me going all these years. I'm drunk on the power. I love the power of being able to go where I want to go, do what I want to do, make as much money as I want to make, buy what I want to buy. Like, I'm just drunk on that. And yet these younger kids, they will not step into that power. I find that interesting. Like, they'll trade that to live at home with their parents, still under their rules. Because let me tell you, I got 3 young adults, and if you live here, you will be living under my rules. Okay, you will not be treating my house like the Holiday Inn. You will not be coming and going and making messes and expecting the housekeeping staff to come in and clean up after you. That's not going to happen, baby. That's not going to happen in here. So you're going to be under my rules. Is what I say goes. So I don't understand this new Gen Z. I don't understand it, y'all. But they don't want the power. They don't want the power. They just, they'd rather have the soft life. That's what I hear. They'd rather have the soft life. So I don't know. I don't know if y'all have heard about this, but, I'm just sitting here looking at them like, okay, nothing is effortless. Everything requires a measure of effort. If you have a pet, they love the idea of having a pet, but some of them don't want to take care of their pet. And I'm like, okay, make it make sense. Like, it's a living thing. It can't take care of itself. Just like a baby. Like a pet can't take care of itself. You can't leave a pet in your home all day and all night, all weekend. It needs to be taken care of. So nothing is effortless. The things that you choose, especially the things that you choose, like you're choosing this. You're choosing to be in relationship. You're choosing to date. You're choosing to get a pet. You're choosing to get married. You're choosing to have children. Those things require effort. So I think that makes sense. Like, am I off? Like, am I wrong about this? Or am I just off? Am I not getting it? Because I don't understand it. But this is like a new thing coming up where people just, they don't want to work 40, 50 hours a week. They don't want to work hard and obtain things for what they work for. They don't want to put in effort in a relationship. I actually had one young Gen Zer when we were talking about their relationship, and they were just like, yeah, this just all seems like so much. And I'm like, okay, well, you have the option to end the relationship. Well, no, I want to be with somebody. Okay, so now you're talking like you want to get things from the relationship, but you don't want to put in things to the relationship. So again, miss me with that. I'm trying to figure this out because what it sounds like to me is you want the benefits, but you don't want to invest. Because, yeah, I'm like, okay, if it's all too much for you, just end the relationship. Just be alone. Well, no, I like having somebody to go out with. I like having somebody. Okay, but it requires effort. That person has needs too. Like you need an escort. That's what you need. You need to pay someone for the time that you want from them. And then you need to let them go about their business. So I don't know. Yeah, I want hair, nails, feet done. Where will the funds come from? Yeah, I don't understand I don't understand it. So, I leave these sessions thinking, okay, I'm really trying hard to understand. Like, I'm really trying hard to understand these young people. But it's like, they have these big dreams and they want things, but they will not put in equal effort to obtain them. That doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand that. I really don't. Like, if I want big things, I know what I have to do to obtain it. I know, the value of $1. Like, I know. And clearly I know because of the life that I'm living. I own a home. I own vehicles. I have pets. I have responsibilities. I have a business. I understand that. But it's something about them that they call it the soft life. That's what I just said. It's so weird. But y'all, I kid y'all not. It's all these young people between like 18 and 28 that don't want to work full time. They want to work 25 hours a week. And they just, no, it's just too much for me. I don't want to do all that. Like, I'm like, what? Okay. And then when you propose that they live somewhere raggedy, yeah, well, okay, well, if all you got is $900 a month, that's going to get you someplace raggedy. No, I can't live there. I can't live in that neighborhood. I can't live in that apartment. I can't live. Okay, I ain't got nothing else. You're going to have to work harder to make more money to live in this better place. Like, that seems like an equation that makes sense. But it don't to them. They think they should work 25 hours a week. They should be chilling the rest of the time, but yet they should live in a great place. They should drive a great car. They should have all the things they want. It don't work that way. Nothing is effortless. All things require effort, some more than others. That's why I've been talking to a lot of people about take a break. Take a break from dating. Take a break from relationships. Get yourself together because you out here using people. You want something for nothing. And last I checked, as the old folks say, no, it don't work that way. You're not going to get something for nothing. You have to put in effort. And again, I put in effort getting up, getting out of my bed, taking a shower, doing something with my hair, putting on a little makeup. I made effort making something to eat today. Taking the dogs out. Walking my dog, feeding them, like all of that requires effort. Make it make sense. So y'all, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm old, and I oftentimes will just sit like, darn, Am I old? Like, am I that old that what I'm saying don't make sense? Because the young people be looking at me like I'm crazy. Well, see, Miss Anita, we don't work as hard as you. We don't want to work that hard, and we don't want to work no 40, 50 hours a week. And, you talking about, this stuff in dating and relationships and having to do this and having to learn conflict resolution and having to learn communication skills and watching these videos and doing this and reading this book. That just sounds like work. That just sounds like too much work. But nothing is effortless. All things take a measure of energy. We must expel energy. So y'all, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't understand it, but that's it. That's all I got. So I just wanted to come on here to see if I was crazy, because the young people today, yeah, and it's men and women, they want to live this soft life. They want to, dial it back. They feel like the boomers and the Gen Xers, that we have set up toxic work environments and toxic expectations for work. And I'm like, okay, well, last I checked, we're just going into a job, doing what they tell you to do, doing what you educated to do. And you do that for 40 and sometimes 50 hours a week. I don't understand. Like, what's toxic about that? And then if you're an entrepreneur, can I keep it real? Because a lot of them love that. Oh, you're an entrepreneur. That seems, oh, you make your own schedule. Look, even my neighbors say that. Oh, you just, some days you at home all day and your car don't move. And then other days you're not there all day. Yeah, I live the life of an entrepreneur. Like, yeah, that kind of is par for the course when you work for yourself. And they think it's glamorous. No, it's not glamorous. I work 7 days a week. I am thinking about my business 7 days a week. Now, I am blessed in that I love what I do. It's not like work. That's what blows people's minds. What I do is not work, other than the paperwork. I hate the paperwork. If I could be honest, I hate the paperwork and the administrative part of what I do. Everything else, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I wake up every day like, Lord, I can't believe I'm so blessed to be able to do what I do. Like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for giving me the gifts and talents to do what I'm doing. Okay? But nothing is effortless. Nothing is effortless. I have days where, as much as I love what I do, I don't want to do nothing. But can I keep it real, y'all? These bills that's coming in, these bills that's on the computer, these letters coming in the mail is telling me otherwise. You don't have that option, Anita. You don't have the option to just lay on the couch all day, every day. No. You got, and that's where the discipline comes from. The discipline tells me that you do what you have to do when you don't want to do it. That's called nothing but discipline. But it's like Gen Z doesn't have that. They don't have that mindset that, yeah, it's a lot of things in life you're going to have to do that you don't want to do. They don't have that. No, if I don't want to do it, I shouldn't have to do it. Hello. Yeah, I don't understand. So you got me on that one. But I tried to give some of my values a lot of my values to my children and to other Gen Z, Gen Zers, because I personally think, we just built different. People made in the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s. We just built different. Like, we just built different, right? And it's certain things that be taking y'all out, and we'd be like, what's the problem? I kid y'all not. And what's the problem? What's the problem here? We just built different. Thank you so much for buying a badge, January 17th. Thank you so much. We just built different. So I don't understand it when the Gen Zers, some people say they're soft, and now they're saying they want to live the soft life, but they just like, I ain't trying to work no 40, 50 hours. I'm trying to work 20 hours a week, 25 hours a week. And I'm trying to do other things, and then they like to call it their self-care and I just need to do things to make me feel good. Not all the time you don't. Not all the time you don't, unless that thing that's making you feel good is paying your bills. No, you really don't. I do something every day that makes me feel good, but if I'm being honest, it might take 20 minutes. The rest of my day is filled doing things that are purposeful. It's filled doing things that make money. It's filled doing things that help people. And it's purposeful. But this idea that, most of my day should be spent making me feel good and my self-care and all of it. Y'all. So I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think about this soft era, this soft life that the Gen Z people want to live. And how, and here's the thing. I have one young man who's like 28. He says, well, Miss Anita, we're just trying to leverage. We're trying to leverage our time and leverage our, and I'm like, okay. And I get that. Like, I love that. I love the idea of work smarter, not harder. Okay. I love that. And I'm here. We here, right? But it still will require effort. So even the things that I have set up to give me passive income, it took a lot of work on the front end. Like right now, I'm in the middle of trying to create a course. Here we are in April. This course should have came out last month, and that thing is whipping my tail. It still requires effort. Once the course is done, I will put it up and I will sell it. I will put it up, I will sell it, and I will continue to market it and sell it. And there you go. So I put a lot of hard work on the front end, and now all I have to do is talk about it. But I still had to put hard work in on the beginning. So yes, I do offer private sessions. If you go to my Pillar link in my bio, you can purchase a session. You can purchase a session right from my bio. Okay, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, right there in the link in my bio. All right. I got to get into this session, y'all. But I don't know. Am I on to something? What's going on? Is the Gen Z, they just different, y'all. They just different. Like they don't want to work hard. Hard work is a dirty word. Like I don't understand that. And in my world, I'm not trying to work hard all the time, but I'm not afraid of it. Right? So that's to me how Gen X is different from boomers. Like we do want to work hard and we want to work smart. We want to work smart. It's because I'm using my hands. These little things pop up. We want to work smarter, not harder, but we're not afraid to work harder. I think that's the difference. Boomers just want to work harder. Boomers just like it's drilled into them that they're just going to work hard. They're going to do all these, they're just going to work hard. They're not looking for any shortcuts or anything. They're just going to do what they got to do. Gen Xers, in my mind, we are now like, okay, how can we innovate? How can we put some things in place so we can work smarter, not harder? Gen Z said they don't want to do neither. Like they don't want to do nothing. Like they want life to be effortless. And I'm simply saying that's not a thing. There is no effortless life. And that goes for relationships. That goes for dating. That goes for if you have children, if you have a pet, if you have plants. All of these things require work. They require some form of energy. So anyway, I could be crazy. All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your day. We are still in eclipse energy. The next 4 days, we're still going to be in that eclipse energy. It's a very heavy energy. It's a very, a lot of people were sad. A lot of people were depressed. A lot of people were like contemplating their life. A lot of people felt these messages, these downloads, things that came into them from God. A lot of people saw a lot of weird things happen. One of my closest friends, his father died on that day. And remember, eclipses is all about endings. Things will end. And and honestly, it's things that need to end. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of some things are going to end, right? And this energy is going to stay with us until like Friday, Saturday. And then eclipse season will be over. So we've been in eclipse season for 2 weeks. When we had the lunar eclipse, that's when it hit me the hardest. The lunar eclipse that week hit me really hard. It rained for 3 days straight. I spent one of those days all day on the couch, on and off on the couch all day long. Like I could not move. I was super fatigued, super tired, super down, super reflective. I was journaling. Like all this stuff was just pouring out of me. Like, oh, just really think about this and think about all your relationships and think about everything going on in the world. Like all these things was happening. And then you've noticed all of the, the bridges collapsing, the accidents, the earthquakes. There was flooding. Like all these things are happening in the world, y'all. Okay. We're still in that eclipse energy. So we're starting to come out of it. People are starting to feel a little bit better. But I had a lot of clients over those 2 weeks. Why am I so sad? Why am I so low? Why am I so down? It's because of the cosmic divine energy. All these shifts is trying to tell you something if you let it. Pay attention. Pay attention. It's trying to tell you something. And all you have to do is pay attention. This is not a time for you to manifest. This is not a time for you to start anything new. I told a lot of people this. This is not a time to sign contracts. This is not a time to get into these hard conversations with people. It's not a time to ask for a raise. It's not a time to ask for more commitment or anything like that. This is not the time. This is a time to let things be. And then when this time ends, things are going to start feeling a little bit better. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for joining. If you're coming in on the end, please check out the replay. I appreciate you all. And as always, stay open to love.